Should we like pose? Oh, we're posing.
I'm a coffee addict, I won't lie.
I love meat. I myself am terrified of the word investment. It's easier for me to jump into a stokvel.
You just take your coffee bill for the month. All mutual shares are 12 Rand a share, okay? You could have 10 shares a day.
For the longest time, I've been living for today. And now I've got these kids who one day need to go to school.
About half of women, they come from a sandwich generation. And as women, we try to be something for everyone.
75% of South Africans don't think they're going to be able to retire at the income level that they're earning now.
I love money.
Every South African
Yes.
would ever.
So hard to not do this.
I'm more like of a tea person. I've got childhood trouble with rooibos. I'll tell you about it. How's it, everyone? And a warm welcome from me, Ayanda Mkhwanazi. I am at the Old Mutual stand at the JSE SheInvests2025.
I'm Vuyo Lee. I want to start with I'm a mom because I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got one of those brains. It's like, it's a rainbow nation happening here.
Yeah.
I'm Ayanda. I'm not a mom, thank goodness. I manage a phenomenal team of business development specialists at Old Mutual.
Today we are spilling the financial tea. We're not lecturing, we're learning. We're just here to grow. No matter where you are, let's just start from there. When I was really young, my grandmother, and still to this day, she used to give me 10 Rand for every birthday, right? And then an hour later, she would ask for it back. I know. She was basically saying, I need to safekeep your money for you, right?
Okay.
So essentially, my grandmother was my first financial advisor and the first person who taught me about saving. What was your first memory of money and saving that money?
My dad, when I was quite young, and we were driving in like a small 1400 bakkie going to school, and it wasn't fancy and I found it embarrassing. And I remember us parking next to an Audi TT, and my dad said, I'm gonna get this car in a few years because I'm gonna be a millionaire. And I remember believing my dad that this man is gonna get this car and he's gonna be a millionaire. And it just changed my thinking completely.
Money is finite. When your dad is still around, you think there's an abundance of money, right? You have that's your Superman, right? But when he's gone, then you have a superwoman.
For me, financial literacy has always been important. I come from like Dave Ramsey kind of books, right? And I had my first job at the age of 11 years old. I love money.
Said every South African woman ever.
I love nice things and I love working for it.
The data that we've had from Old Mutual has been telling us that I think it's like 46% of women feel financially stressed.
Coming into having children, I realize now that for the longest time, I've been living for today. And now I've got these kids who one day need to go to school, one day need to, life needs to continue and they need to have a secure home. And that's when everything shifted for me. So I had to realize that everything I get, I can no longer just spend, but a huge portion of it has to go not just into saving, but into investments.
What are their daily struggles? And I really want you to touch on that sandwich effect. I'm not sure if that sandwich effect, because that was an eye-opener for me when I heard the report.
About half of women, they come from a sandwich generation. And as women, we try to be something for everyone. I think women actually are very much phenomenal. And being a part of a sandwich generation actually fuels them to actually outperform. So I think, especially now, if I look at the theme for JSE, I love it so much because it really speaks to how women just defy all odds.
And I love that you've spoken about number one, phenomenal woman, number two, the JSE, because we've got Vuyo. He's joining us now.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you.
I just want you to speak on the platform that you've created, because we are here today because of SheInvest. Why was it so important for you guys to create SheInvest?
One of the biggest challenges that we see, particularly with women in investment, is although they actually manage a huge bunch of the financials at home, when it comes to investment decisions, they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel confident. It is quite important that they have that confidence, because also with women, they also support communities. Our purpose at SheInvests is to provide the tool, the confidence, the networking for women to feel comfortable to share their concerns about financial services and investing, but at the same time get practical skills they can actually take home to apply to their environment to build financial independence.
I myself am terrified of the word investment. Like it's easier for me to jump into a stock fell. It also brings out this aspect of me that has to have many jobs. You know, the side hustles.
And the side hustles are real. I mean, there's a statistic that says 60% of women currently have a side hustle.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at younger than 30, it's 75% of women.
So a lot of us come from a fear-based perspective, and that's why the investing and all of that is very scary. It's like we're afraid of money. There's a joke that says, if you fear something, or like mention it or something, and people are like, I fear 10 million rand, and then they hope it comes like you. But the truth is, you cannot grow anything from fear. So what's been important in my own journey is actually getting comfortable with money. I print out my bank statements and I sit with them. Yes, and that is very embarrassing, because it's just like, it feels like it's just 100 rand or 20 rand or whatever that's going off. It gives me the reality of what's happening, how much I have to work, etc.
What you're raising is self-awareness, right? You have to be able to track and see where your money is going. How do you invest? How do you save if you don't know where to find the money?
There are always gaps where you can actually invest. A lot of women think, investing in the stock exchange, I need to have a lot of money. You just take your coffee bill for the month. You have a skinny cappuccino for 30 rand. Let's say you have 4 of those in a day, right? That's 120 rand. All mutual shares are 12 rand a share, okay? You could have 10 shares a day. 10 shares a day. And with those shares, they make money, right? Money makes money. You get dividends, all right? So just by your coffee bill, you've created room for investment.
What I did when I looked at my statement, I actually had to put my coffee budget. So now there's a job that I do that fuels my coffee because I love it and I'm not willing to give it up. So then I do an extra gig here and there so that my coffee budget is met. But it's actually a lot of money. And so that's why the printing of statement is important, because it tells you where you are. And then you can decide, do I go left from here or right from here?
The one mistake that I personally made, I think when I was younger, was when I left a job and I would spend the pension money. That's why I actually encourage young people that whenever they move jobs, move your pension into the next pension or the next account. Because with the power of compound interest, you'll be able to retire comfortably. 75% of South Africans don't think they're going to be able to retire at the income level that they're earning now.
I wanted to ask you, Vuyo, if a woman is listening today, what are the first steps that she can take into investing?
Go to your bank, find out if you can open an investment account, like a long-term account, a 45-day, 30-day account, which has bigger interest. Find out from the bank or platforms like Easy Equities whether you can actually start a trading account. They start as little as 100 rand. And also ask your financial advisor. They could actually recommend an endowment or a unit trust, or even an ETF, which is an exchange-traded fund for those who are looking at low risk.
What can Old Mutual offer me where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to take the steps to now become an investor based on the information, that I've gotten from Vuyo?
When you set up that consultation with a financial advisor, you can actually get products tailored to your individual solution from a tax efficiency perspective as well.
And your advisor can be your ally and can help you with controlling how you spend money.
That's it.
For example, something as like a big purchase, like I want to buy a car. And I said to my advisor, I have an Old Mutual advisor, Rory, in 2 years' time, I want to buy a car. They actually can help you work towards that. Investment is a game of patience. Right? So there is no,
quick.
Give me 4,500 now, and there'll be 10,000 in 48 hours. It's a game of patience, it's a game of discipline, and it's also a game of trusting your gut. All you need to do is be clear about your aspirations and your risk appetite. Those are the two things. and then they'll make the rest work.
Before we close, ladies, from each of you, if a woman had to have one thing that you would advise from her, walking away from this, what can she do with her money? Just one piece of advice, what would that be that you would give to her?
We spoke about it earlier that I think finances is a muscle that you have to train. That you don't spend everything you get. You have to give some, you have to save some, and then you have to enjoy some. I think a big thing for me that I got from my grandmother in finances, and it's helped me have a healthy relationship with money, is just having that positive attitude that money is not my identity. It's very, very, very important, but it's not my identity. And just because you start here doesn't mean that's where you'll end up. There's many ways where you can, by having a good relationship with money, you can really come out of a lot.
We've come up with education tools and retirement tools for clients so that they can use themselves, so that they can actually project their future using those tools, especially from an education inflation perspective. It's www.oldmutualretirementtools.co.za, that's the first, and then www.oldmutualeducationtools.co.za for the education part. I mean, it helps you map out the future in terms of inflation, what that might look like. And I think it's important, start where you are so that you're able to meet your future. That's in line with the JSE theme, I believe. As well as Old Mutual, wherever you are, will help you get there. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And I think for me is, start small, start today. It's never too late. The biggest investment you can do is understand money.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today on our financial tea.
Cheers.
My financial tea that changed my life is one printing out my bank statements showed me exactly who I am, what I'm doing right, and what I'm doing wrong.
My financial tea is to always set a budget at the beginning of the year of what you will spend your salary on. And then you track your expenses against that budget to see how well you are doing.
So I think the biggest takeaways from today's conversation for me is how easy it is to actually get into investing. We've made investing bigger than what it actually is. Like the education and the solutions are all there. It's a matter of how you access them, right? So many people don't really know that financial advisors are available at your bank to help you plan.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's why they're there. So strip off the shame.
Make sure that you get your information from credible sources. Make sure that you're self-aware. Make sure that you envision where you want to be in the future and actually make the steps to get there.
If it means saving 10 Rand or 20 Rand, it doesn't matter. You'll see the rewards and it's going to make you want to double up.
You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You need to start today.
That money will make money, which will help you realize your dreams.
And through Old Mutual, we will be there to hold your hand through this whole process, because wherever you are at, let's just go from there.